If only you can master these 3 price action strategies that I'm going to show you, you will be better, far more profitable than 90% of traders. And this strategy is purely based on price action, and I have only gotten hold of it after spending hours of studying the chart. I've spent hours to study the chart, and I've discovered these 3 price action entry strategies that will turn around trading for you. All you need to do is to follow the instructions I'm going to give you. The problem with most of you is your inability to follow instructions. So if you can learn this and follow the steps I'm going to give you here, you are sure to become more profitable than 90% of traders, and you are sure to move from this to this. So before I go ahead, I want you to smash the like button if you found this valuable, and turn on the post notification bell. Subscribe to this channel if you are new, and turn on the post notification bell. Also, there is a link to my Telegram channel right in the description box. Click the link and join my Telegram channel for free signals and chat setups. Now let's go on. Let me explain these strategies to you. There are about 3 of them, and here is the number 1. Now, it is very, very simple. First of all, you want to see a trending market like this. You want to see a trending market making higher highs and higher lows. Then you want to see, you want to place your trend line like this and see it respecting it. Then at some point, you want to see it consolidate a little, maybe double rejections like this, or triple or multiple rejections, just to make sure you see the rejection like this before or after it breaks the trend line. These rejections can come before or after the trend line is broken. For instance, here you see that the first rejection was before the break of the trend line, and the second rejection was after the break of the trend line. Once you have this, the next thing you should do is to pick your rectangular tool and mark the line. Mark the line and wait for price to break it. After price breaks below it or above it, as the case may be, here price broke below it, then wait for price to go back to retest it. As price retests it, you want to see a rejection candlestick. That is your entry. It's as simple as that. When price breaks below it and goes back to retest it, wait for rejection candlestick like the bearish engulfing pattern here, or an evening star or a dragonfly candlestick. Just wait for that and then take a sell. Where will you place a stop loss? Right here above this high. That's your stop loss. Stop loss, that's where you'll be very safe. Then the target is right below here. This is your target. You see, this is a minimum of 1:2. If the distance between here and here is not up to 1:2, your stop loss, don't take the trade. If it's not going to give you a target of a minimum of 1:2, don't take the trade. All right, but if it's up to 1:2 or 3 or 4 or more, then you are free to take the trade. Once price goes into your profit and hits 1-to-1, like if you are risking $10 or if you are risking $100 and you are able to, and price goes and gives you a profit of up to that $10, break even immediately. Move your stop loss to break even point, and as it moves, assuming you risk $100 here, and price moves in your way and gives you a profit of up to $100, break even immediately. Then if it moves to $200, bring your stop loss to that point where it gave you $100, right? That's 1-to-1. Bring it there. Then if it moves to 1:3, move your stop loss to the point where it gave you 1:2. All right, just like that. Keep trailing it. until it hits your take profit. All right, it's as simple as that. Now this is the second one here. You can see how price was moving, and then the consolidation here, the minor support I created was before the break of the trend line. Unlike this one, both of the first one was before the break and the second one was after the break. But here, all of them were before the break. In some other scenarios, all can happen after the break. So it's the same way, just mark it and wait for a breakout and a retest, right? Then enter your trade, stop loss above this high. Then target this low and make sure your target is a minimum of 1:2. Make sure target gives you a minimum of 1:2 risk reward ratio. Otherwise, don't take the trade. This is the first strategy, the first kind of setup. Now let's go to the chart. Let me show you a live example. All right, guys, so this is a live example right here on the chart. You can see we have a very good example here. Price has been dropping here, making lower highs and lower lows. And then we placed our trend line right here. You can see at about this point, price broke the trend line. Before breaking it, there was this consolidation it gave us. This was first rejection, second, and third. Then price broke out here. Then we mark the level using our trend line, using our rectangular tool. We mark the line and then wait for price to return to that level. Now, as soon as price returns to that level, that's where you're taking your buy and you're targeting right here, this high. And you can see how price hits our target. Very simple, guys. This is very simple. Once you follow this rule, I'm giving you, you are going to be, very, very profitable. The only thing is that some persons will not wait for a completion of the setup and they want to jump in, and that is where you get your hand burnt. That is where the problem is. You will not be able to wait for the setup to be completed, and as you enter, that's how you will jump out with zero profit and you lose your until you blow your account. So, but if you can wait for the setup to be completed, if you can follow my instructions, this will become very easy for you. Now wait for price to give you this setup with trending price, trending market. Place your trend line, wait for a break, locate the level where it gives you some consolidation. You can see that it also gave us some consolidation here, came back retested, but this trend line was not broken, so we wouldn't take this. All right, we wouldn't take this one here. However, at a point, it broke the trend line and gave us this consolidation. Then that's where we place our entry. Price came back, retested it, and boom, you take your buy and target this high, which is here. Simple. It's as simple as that, and you make your profits. Now let me show you another example. Okay, so this is another example. You have to patiently wait for this setup. Don't rush it. Okay, now this is another one. Price has been dropping all the way down here. Now at about this point, you can see price came and gave us this high here and this one here also. Okay, and then broke out of it. So we picked our rectangular tool, mark this level. You can see when price came here, so it rejected previously before dropping below it, came back, rejected, drop, and then broke everything. Then here we place our rectangular tool. Afterwards, price came back for a retest. Now this was the candlestick confirmation. This is the morning star candlestick confirmation. If you needed more confirmation, look at it. The morning star candlestick confirmation, that would have been your entry. Then you are targeting this high, which is it. And you can see TP smashed. Very easy and simple. Now we had another one here. This was another instance where price was going up, created this pattern, then you place your trend line. Then afterwards, price came back and gave this little consolidation without breaking the trend line. So you will not enter the trade, okay? You will not participate. You just wait for it to continue doing its things. Then afterwards, it came back and broke this trend line. Can you see that? It came back and broke this trend line, dropped, also broke below this low. This little support is created and dropped. So your job is to wait for price to now go back to retest it. Now when price went back to retest it, now look at the candlestick pattern there. You can see this was a sign of rejection. Look at it here. You can see this was a sign of rejection. For showing you that price was rejecting that level. You can see that this was an inverted hammer. An inverted hammer. So price rejected it downwards. And you can see that. That would have been your entry point. That would have been your entry point. Then place your SL above this high. You can also place it at this high if you want to, you want to risk less, but safer is this high. Placing it at this high will be the safest point, and then your target this low. Let's see. This is your target. Very simple. Very simple, guys. This is so crazy. Look at what price continue dropping. You see, could have used your trailing stop to continue pursuing this and making more money. So this is it. Very simple, and you would have gotten more than 1:3 risk reward ratio. Remember, the minimum target is 1:2 risk reward ratio. Make sure you get at least twice your risk. So this is just how simple it is. Now let's go to the second strategy. Remember, this whole thing is based on pure price action. Pure price action. And as you're watching this video, smash the like button, drop a nice comment in the comment section, tell me where you're watching from, and if you have any question, ask right away. Alright, let's go to the next one. Alright, welcome back, guys. So this is the next one here. We have this kind of setup, okay? So you want to see price trending upwards like this or downwards. Just want to see price trending and pushing up. And then after a while, you want to see a consolidation and then price breaks. So here actually is what we are looking at is market structure. That's just the main thing we are looking at, market structure. Okay, so when you see market structure break like this is a market structure break. Instead of you looking at a way to get your order block, because that's usually what people do when you see price break structure like this. When you see the break of market structure, you want to look at the order block, and then that's where you want to place your entry. Now, if I may ask, how many times have you tried it and how many times has it worked for you? You discover that most of the times the order block fails. And sometimes you will even be wrong in selecting your order block. You select the wrong order block. So I have come up with this strategy. You can use pending order like your sell limit or your buy limit. Or you can wait for it to play out live and then take your entry live. Execute your entry live. Okay, instant execution. Now, once you see a break of structure like this, you want to look for an area where price gave you some consolidation. Go to the top and look for an area where price gave you some consolidation, like where it rejected multiple times. You can see here, price rejected here, here, and here again. That's about 4 times. Then it broke out of it. So it can be 2 times, it can be 3 times, it can be 4 or more. But make sure it's more than 1 rejection. Okay? So once you see that, mark it with your rectangular tool like this. Mark it. If you want to use buy limit, sell limit, just place your sell limit here, and then your stop loss above this place where you see my red line. List that your stop loss. then target the low here. Make sure it's up to 1:2. And that's all you need to do, guys. That is exactly all you need to do, whether it is for a sell or for a buy. Make sure you do it the same way. That's all you need to do, guys. And believe me, most of the times price is going to respect it. Forget about other block, forget about breakout block, forget about fair value gap. Just do it this way, and you are going to get what I'm telling you. You are going to get it exactly. Okay? Except you want to use instant execution, then you can go to your lower time frame. When price comes within this range, okay, within this point where it consolidated, you can go to a lower time frame and find entry confirmation so that you can snipe the entry. But you want to use pending order, like you want to set a sell limit here and leave it and come back later. Bro, use this strategy. Follow this instruction I'm giving you. You may not, this might save you a lot of money. You may not find these instructions anywhere else. Okay, now let's go to the chart again. Let me show you a live example. Okay, so at this point, we see that price has been dropping, trending downwards. Okay, so here we got a channel. We got a break of structure. This is where we got our break of structure here. Now I want you to observe what happens here. Do you see how price consolidated? Hold on, let me get it too. Okay, do you see how price consolidated here? This is where price did what? Consolidated before breaking out. So what do you need to do? Just pick your rectangular tool, mark from the beginning to the end. Okay, this is it. Mark from the high right there. Mark it from the high right there into the breakout point. This is where they consolidated. All right, then extend it like this, the way you see me do it. Extend the way you see me do it. That is all you need. Place, if you are going to use pending order, just place your sell limit here and your stop loss above here. That is all, guys. That is all. You can see how price came in, tapped into it, and then you calculated your risk already. So price played around it and dropped. It will be very hard for price to hit your stop loss using this method, because you have given it enough room and you have taken in both the other block, both fair value gap, any fair value gap that is there, or any breakout block that is there. You have taken them in, and this is a good supply zone. So price can come and play around for all I care, but it will not hit the stop loss. And you can see price, after playing around, it dropped massively. It tanked. You'd have made your profit here. That's the first one. Now let's look at the next one. So again, at this point, price also broke structure. Now where do you see the consolidation? It is right here. Right here. This is where you have the consolidation. So you take your tool also, your rectangular tool, place it right here. Okay, include everything, put everything into consideration. Place all of them right here, and then place your pending order, your sell limit. Your stop loss should come above here, and then just look at it. Price went in, tapped into it immediately and dropped. It crashed. So you'd have made your profit right here. The same way for the bullish trend, the same method. So you would have made your profit right here. Okay, so let's see another one. Let's see again if you're going to see any other example. So right here, we got this before the break of structure. Okay, so this is where price gave us some consolidation. Let's see, let's just trace it backward. Okay, good. Now you can see, I didn't know this was there actually. But look at it. This was the area of consolidation, and then price broke structure. Afterwards, it came back. Look at how it tapped into it, and see the drop. massive drop, and then you would have made your profit. More than 1:3. More than 1:3. So this is how I trade, and this is how I want you to trade. Guys, you are going to be, growing every small account, every big account. We're going to be growing it, and this will help you to manage your risk properly, because you know that this is the area where you're targeting. Okay, so you just calculate it, just place your spending order here, your stop loss here. You know what you want to risk. If it's $100 you want to risk, you calculate the risk and stop loss, you place it there. It's there already. You target 200, 300, 400, 500, as the case may be, and you are good. All right. So this is the second one. Now let's go to the third one. Let me show you again. Number 3. Welcome back, guys. So this is the third strategy. Very simple. If you have not smashed the like button, smash the like button. Now pause the video, go smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, and click the Telegram link right there in the description box. Click the link and join my Telegram. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. All right, let's go ahead. Now you can see this. First, you have this trend line here. Okay, you want to have a trend line in the direction of the market, in the direction of the overall trend. Now when the price is trending downwards, it's going to give you this kind of setup. So after it hits the trend line, it starts dropping. Now when price starts going back to that trend line, this is a retracement. When price starts going back, normally people wait for it at the trend line. As it hits it, they just take their sell. Now most times you're going to lose with that method, but this is a method that is this is a method that is going to give you more confluence. Okay, this is a price action method that I've tested, and it is highly profitable. So all you want to see is that price is retracing back to your trend line. Now during this retracement, you place your trend line, a counter trend line. Okay, place your trend line on the retracement move. This is a counter trend line, and then as it's going there, you want to see it make this kind of lows. Okay, these are minor support levels. Then as it hits the trend line, place a counter trend line. Wait for it to break the counter trend line. When it breaks the counter trend line, mark this low that I created here. Mark it with your rectangular tool. Okay, mark it, and then wait for price to also break it. Then wait for a retest. Then make your entry right there. Stop loss above this high, and then target a minimum of 1:2. It's just that. Then this is it again. The same thing happened here. Price was pushing up, and then you drew your place your counter trend line. As soon as price gets to the original trend line, it breaks the counter trend line and also breaks the low here, which is your minor support. Wait for a retest. Execute your trade. Place your stop loss above, and then target a minimum of 1:2. Same thing here. Okay, you can see how this trend line is here. You can see how this one is. Now look at how this one is. You can place your trend line also. Wait for price to hit the original trend line. Wait for a break of the trend line, and then a break of the low here. Wait for a retest, sell, and target a minimum of 1:2. It's as simple as that. Even a little baby can understand this. Just follow my instruction. You are going to be profitable. Now let's go to the chart. Let me also show you live example of it. Okay, so this is a live example. Now look at this. We had this trend line here. Market has been giving us this trend here. Okay, so look at it. Look at the trend line. Price is going down actually from the higher time frame. From the higher time frame, we have this trend line. Price is going down. Then during the retracement, I drew this counter trend line. waited for price to hit the original trend line, and then I identified this low that I created. I drew my rectangular tool on it and waited for price to retrace back into it to retest it. During the retest, look at this. This would have been my entry. I make my entry here and target this low. That's it. You can see how it dropped sharply. Very sweet. Now look at this one. This is another example. This is another example, guys. So price was also moving upwards like a retracement. Okay, so we drew our counter trend line. So price hit the trend line here, the higher time frame trend line, and then dropped, broke this low, broke my trend line as well. I waited, I drew my rectangular tool on the support level that was broken, the minor support that was broken. Waited for a retest, that was my entry. Stop loss above, then look at the targets. One minimum of 1:2. You can see how it dropped sharply. Very sweet and simple. Now this is the next one also. I'm showing you guys multiple examples so that if you don't understand in the first one, you will understand the second one, and so on. Now look at how price was also pushing up here. This was also a retracement back to a higher time frame trend line, and then this was the last low it created. I marked it out, price broke it, and you can see here it gave a little retracement, just little, very little retracement. Here, if you go to your lower time frame, you will see it. Now that was my entry, targeting this low, 1:2 risk reward ratio. Same thing here. Now this one is still playing out. I posted this one in Telegram group. I posted a setup here in the Telegram group. So we are waiting. Price has come to the trend line. Now I have drawn my counter trend line, and this is the low that I created, the minor support. So we're waiting for price to break out, then retest it, then we'll take our sell and we'll target a minimum of 1:2 risk reward ratio. I actually sent this setup to my Telegram group. So just in case you are not there yet, just keep an eye on it and join my, this is it in my Telegram group. You see, I posted this setup and we are waiting. We are waiting. Once we see the breakout and retest, I will announce it there. Everybody will take the trade as well. So guys, this is just it. That's it. Very simple. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Is it simple? Is it complicated? Is it to understand? Let me know what you think in the comment section. This is Dafa Trade. Smash the like button and remember, it can only get better. Okay, like, comment, and share this video. Also, join my Telegram channel. Contact me for mentorship, account management, and also you can join my VIP Signal group and cash out massively. All right. Goodbye.